Welcome to AVR Talks at another episode. We have a very important guests, and I would say one of the top achievers in their respective field. One is from entertainment industry and media, and another one from auto tech. So instead of me giving introduction about them and try to not put it the way audience should understand their profile, I would take liberty to ask our guests who are here, Sanjay.
So, firstly, thank you very much for having us on your podcast called AVR Talks. And you are doing a great job. Coming to who I am and what I'm doing is I've been in media for last 35 years, worked with very large brands in the world, including Disney Star, ESPN, and Z. 2013, I started my own digital media entertainment company. We listed it on the National Stock Exchange in 2018. It's the first company to be listed on NSE. And we are now in the 13th year of business. Apart from that, free time, we have 5 films we have produced. I've also managed to act in 35 Telugu films. While media is my, bread so that I keep my food on the table, passion is in real estate, and I keep dabbling in real estate as my pastime, and I enjoy doing that.
So 33 years of acting film, I am sure there must be a lot of competition at home.
No, I mean, they've figured out there was a lot of resistance initially, and they used to hate me doing it. And they said, we will get very good marks in the exam. Will you stop acting? I said, yes, I will. But I never did it. But they studied well. They achieved good marks. And later they realized why I do it. I mean, I basically act not for glamour. I basically do it to get that little extra attention when you're at the airport at the boarding counter, or when you're at the hospital in the line, or when you go to a police station or anywhere. People kind of treat you a little differently, which usually a very senior a bureaucrat or a politician will get it. People like us, we are not into politics or bureaucracy because we don't have that chair. So it is only this which gets you that, right? So I just do it for that.
Very interesting. Vijay.
Yeah, so I'm a automotive tech entrepreneur. Two things that I know very well. One is to repair cars and the other is to write code. So I found something that allows me to operate at the intersection of automotive and technology. Today I run 2 tech companies, one called AutoRocks and one called AutoZilla. Both of them are platforms for auto repair and maintenance, and we've scaled them globally. So we sell to customers in repair shops in 30 countries use our platforms. I started out as a car wash boy in Bangalore, working at Solar Automobiles. I was the best car washer they ever had. Right. So that passion for cars took me to Detroit. So I have a master's in manufacturing systems with a specialization in information technology. And I co-founded a tech company in the US, which got acquired by a private equity firm. And I returned to India to start a chain of auto repair shops called Cars. We set up this network across South India, and the 2 companies that I run today are byproducts of things that I have learned while building out my repair shop network.
At this stage of life, what matters to you most is it peace or maybe more growth?
And having achieved at a reasonably younger age means that we are still physically fit, and there is so much more inside us to do. So we've reached a stage where we want to do something which gives us happiness, contentment, and so try to build something which might survive beyond us. So that is what we are looking at. And peace is a misnomer. Actually, you find peace in what you love doing. So that is what peace is for me all about.
You're right. Even in my case, they say at this age, why do you keep working?
Correct.
You can hand over the baton to children. But they don't realize that if you stop doing that, you'll stop growing and you may die.
You'll be miserable.
So, Vijay, meeku antena?
Yeah, so I never really thought of success as as a specific milestone. It's just a continuous journey. And usually there are either short-term or long-term goals. When I get to that goal, it's just that now there are more goals opening up. So I've never really looked at it as a destination or thought that that is a final one. So just a continuous journey. Now on the peace side, what both of you said is correct, that we derive a lot of joy from what we do. But for me, what is also important is to disconnect from that activity. As much as I enjoy it, I get a lot more joy being in nature. I love the sound of water. I like, the wind gushing against. I like to hear the birds chirp. All of that gives me a lot of joy. So time to time, I leave from the uh, comfort of the home and work, and I go out on solo trips. I've been doing that for maybe over a decade now. I continue to do that, and that in a sense refreshes or rejuvenates me to come back and deliver more in the familiar environment.
So I could make out at a personal level, knowing you, what you said, no, one in a very humorous way to say, we can't get you on WhatsApp. So now I know you, how you look so serene. You're not disturbed by people sending multiple messages. And people are generally anxious to have WhatsApp messages because you want to grow. You want to grow means you want people to contact you. Here is reverse. We'll have to send you message to connect, which means you are at peace with what you are doing. And I don't know.
I think that is true, but it's just that there is still tremendous hunger for growth.
Yeah.
But then again, everything has to happen in some form of balance, maybe.
Expanding on what I humorously said, I really mean it, because to grow in business, you are desperate to have more and more contacts. And today, only method works with WhatsApp. Maximum. Even a college kid is on WhatsApp. So you don't think not having a WhatsApp and this thing is not an impediment to your business growth, or how did you manage?
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's the quality of conversations that I have. So I also stay connected to friends and family, but it happens at a certain pace, right? It happens when they are ready and I'm ready to have that conversation. It's just not anytime and every time. I need to focus on whatever it is that is happening at that moment in time. So, for example, now if we're having this conversation, for me, this conversation is the most important thing that is happening, not somebody else sitting 2000 miles away who is sending me a message, right? I want to give everything that I have to this specific conversation. Um, that said, if I really need to reach somebody or somebody needs to reach me, if that need to reach is so critical, then either I will find a way to call them or they will find a way to call me, right? There is, otherwise we might get into the mindset that let me drop a message and then whenever they respond, they respond. It has worked for me so far. It has not been an impediment, I believe, to my growth. Yes, of course, on a daily basis, multiple people ask me why I'm not on WhatsApp, but at this point, I think I'm quite sorted with the way it is working. People are still reachable on phone or email, and business still gets done.
So it's a luxury to work without WhatsApp.
Definitely.
I think most of us can't afford it. That way, I would say he's very rich.
And that's why I see there is some serenity in his appearance. There's a calmness in the face and all that. Very rarely
So it gets rubbed off on me also because we meet quite a lot during the week.
So in the same coin, does the success, puts you more responsibility on you, or does this success what you achieved at this young age gives you more freedom?
Success gives you freedom to do what you want to do.
Okay.
And what you want to do is decided by what is it that you're looking for. Creating a legacy or finding peace or furthering your passion. Because all that actually comes back to you in a form of peace where you feel good, your health is taken care, and you are enjoying life in its whole way.
Yeah. So
I think Sanjay said it well, so I don't have to add anything else to it.
Similar shade of question. When was the time you felt I've already come a long way? I mean, and that sometimes can give you contentment that I've already come a long way. So now I arrived in my life. Let me see. Do you feel any time that way?
If you really ask me, today I am in a startup mode because I am now thinking something else. So whatever I've achieved and come so far is over. Now I have to look for the next one because that's what keeps me going. Otherwise, I'm so restless. I'll get bored. I'll start killing myself. People will get irritated with me. So I have to keep myself busy. So I'm always in startup mode.
In my vision alone, there is a long way to go. Maybe in a vision that I charted out 10 years ago, there is still a long way to go. So that feeling of I have arrived and this is enough has not even remotely touched me yet. So I'm still very much extremely hungry for growth and to push the boundaries of both uh, both on the personal side, professional side. A lot more to be done.
That's on the achievement side. But let's come to as a growing company. When you break away as an entrepreneur, finance is the most critical part. So did you face any kind of a did you do any mistakes or big blunders or financial mistakes which would have put you into trouble, which would have derailed you in the beginning and then you could recover?
Sanjay, I wanted to take this first. So, so mistake wise, I think I was never good with investing, right? I really loved the idea of making money. Even till today, I like the idea of making money. But what happens after that money is made never interests me.
Okay.
Spending that money, saving that money, growing that money was never on my radar, right? Money gets made, it goes to the bank, it sits there. That's it. That was the concept.
Then what was the motivation of doing the business itself? I thought most of the people think I have to do well in life. That means more money, more comforts, big houses, jets or luxury vehicle. That's how the general mindset. That's where you get into. But he never bothered. I mean, he never.
No, I'm not bothered about any of
I
that.
think his is to create something. Everything else is secondary.
Okay.
Yeah, it is to create something. And then I think Sanjay has had a big influence on me, rubbing off, because I see how he is constantly thinking about money and how to grow it, how to multiply it. I wish I had known him in my younger days when I had a lot of access to capital. But that time it was just money going and sitting in the bank and then using that in my business. That's all that I cared about. So creating something and building wealth that way, not by growing, not growing it through investing. That
Okay.
wasn't even remotely on my mind.
I think that
right?
works well. Actually, a lot of people, if you see, like say, I'm into real estate. So when we see instead of investing somewhere else, you invest into your business, you grow it better. Now you are having the plans of expanding to various countries and all that. You put more into your business grows bigger, and there's no need to invest somewhere else. Is the philosophy you had in mind, or
I don't think there was no philosophy. It was just
happened like that?
It was just that it was never on my radar. It was whatever capital is available, that capital is for the business. That's all. That was the only way known to me. That's the simple way to put it, right? Then it's hanging around Sanjay is when it started occurring to me that I need to do something to grow it. So there were times, many times before when I had access to capital, excess capital sitting around, I don't know what to do with it because I never thought about it. So it's okay to invest it in the business. But if I had also done something else in parallel to it, right, either investing in property or financial instruments or something, it would have compounded by now, right? That is something
I
that,
wish I had known you long time back.
yeah, that's something I missed out. Um,
So Vijay has a very different take on that.
Yeah.
I mean, my take is the family background I came from was a good background, but no money. So money was very important for me to secure our future because in India, there's nothing that you get back from the government. You just keep paying taxes. You don't even get a proper road to drive your cars. So for me, securing the future was important. That could have only happened by creating wealth. So a lot of sacrifice had to be made. And I thought investing in real estate, not land, but probably apartments, would be a secondary income asset. So I started with that, and I used bank to the maximum. So I used to fund 20% from me, 80 I used to take bank. So bank would give me at 8%, I would make it 100% to 100%. That's how I started creating wealth. And my dad one day told me, I mean, he used to be very fed up because whenever he asked me for some money, or I would ask him 100 rupees, 200 rupees, he would say, "You, where is your money? Why don't you have money with you?"
No liquid.
So I would take my wallet out and there'll be 10 rupees in that. I used to be so frustrated. And he thought I was one useless son that he had in life. But about 20 years later, then he realized, and he quoted the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which I have not read, but he read, and he said, "You make money work for you rather than you working for money." I mean, that's what I realized that I was doing. I was making money work for me. And that's how slowly I started doing. I was in the right place, right time, and I took those risks. And about the statement that you made, that why invest anywhere, you could invest everything in your business. I believe that you should invest in different baskets because you don't know which one will go down, which one will not. And I will only stake that kind of money if something goes drastically bad. My life should not get impacted. So that is how I built a chakravi around me, and I dabbled, and I think 75% of my calls were right, and kind of became very successful and comfortable. And that freedom happened to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Right. Yeah. Like Vijay, what they said is he's expanding business, but money is lying in bank. He did not know. But in his case, in case of Sanjay, what it is, whatever is his business is some money, balance one is going to diversify. That's a smart way of doing. In fact, you'll be pleasantly shocked to know that my next question was to say that do you believe in, have you read in a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad?
I haven't.
And where he believes
Yeah.
that you should not work for money, money should work for you, is what I was about to ask, and you just quoted that, I am stunned, and it signifies my kind of belief or my track record, where I don't know why, how it happens with me. When I talk about any subject, anybody, either that person will call, or that person will send a mail, or he'll appear in front of me. It happened many times. I was about to ask Rich Dad Poor Dad, and his reply, he's just said without stunning.
And I've never read any books in my life.
Oh.
Even during school also.
Even now, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
No. I don't want to. No, probably I can write that book now.
But
Why should I read?
This Robert Kiyosaki, I was influenced because when I was working, and I became an entrepreneur now, the one biggest influence is that book. I don't know why it made on me, but
no, I'm sure. Even if I read, I might draw, but I just can't get to sit to read. One page I'll read, I'll feel sleepy. So I just don't
do that. We all have read that, and
my dad read it for me, no? So he told me. So in my house, my wife reads the book and she gives me summary.
Okay.
I don't read.
Okay. Then anyway, since you're all both achievers, I thought I should pen down some questions so that I don't forget to ask the things which are very useful to the audience to, to emulate and all that. But a couple of points what I noted, I think is already seem to be answered, or it is not relevant to you. Think I was almost about to ask, at what point did you realize saving alone is not enough? But I think it has no relevance now to my question.
Saving is of no point. You should make the money work for you. So you have to invest. Where you invest, why you invest, what is your peer group, how you're lucky, all that is very important. Probably if I had met Vijay while he was in US and his money was sitting in his bank, he would have been somewhere else today.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that's a lot of for a lot of young people.
Leveraging in the right time.
It's very important.
That money in the bank, can you believe it? It's criminal.
2%,
It's criminal.
We all, even we talk in real estate, I always say owning multiple homes for a rental purpose is a crime to perform, because you live in an asset is fine. It doesn't matter whether it is earning. But you buy an asset to earn a monthly income. Residential typically fetches 2.5%. But you believe me, achievers like you, if you really take account in US, there are people owning 10 flats, 5 villas, 20 plots like that. So, because as the money they get, they just dump it. They read a brochure, they get enamored.
Yeah.
Signature Tower, Trump Tower, this thing. They just recklessly dump. And there are villas in Hyderabad which are fetching 0.5%. A 10 crore villa fetching 1.5 lakh income. Whereas 1.5 lakh is supposed to come out of 2 crores or 3 crores.
And that asset class, you shouldn't be looking at rent. Rental is to pay your EMI or the maintenance.
Correct.
But your purpose should be to get capital growth from that investment. That is what will play.
Yeah. So, why I brought the example, imagine if somebody like you would have, guided and you would have dumped in some asset which would have multiplied 10x, 20x.
There were times the situation was so extreme. I would walk into the bank while I lived in the US, and every time this bank branch manager would come, when I'm at the teller, right? She would walk there and start picking a conversation. Clearly, she was seeing that there was money sitting in the bank, and she wants to strike a conversation, get me to put it into some financial instruments. But that was of zero interest to me. The only thing was that I had to make money. That's it. Beyond that, I have no interest.
Not doing.
I have no interest. So I think for a lot of people, when they are young, if they have the right guidance or the right, even the right company, right, and it would make a lot of difference.
After all these years of, the kind of rush and then punishing schedules, you'll have like your listed company boardroom meetings. How does do you look forward for a weekend, or do you have a weekend at all, or weekends go in work?
So my weekends is I get up earlier than my weekdays. So I don't know how I call it a week. My wife says today is Saturday, you can get up at 8. Saturday, Sunday, I'll get up at 5. I don't know. The mind is fresh, free. And for me, weekend is I need to have some work. So I have to create work. May not be business, but house related or property or something new. That is my weekend. Or maybe a game of golf once in a while.
So weekends are much more interesting because you are
There's something
having
new.
extended hours.
Something new that I do.
Maybe antena.
Yeah, I think it has evolved from perpetual work to knowing when to let go. So I work out 5 days a week. I go to the gym, I do yoga, I meditate every day. I love nature, so I spend a lot of time there, especially when I make these solo trips, which I do every year. I go on my birthday. A few days before my birthday, I head out, and I come back a few days after my birthday.
So, in fact, I was about to ask about how do you, both of you prefer a crowded places or a very nature places? Now I got your answer in advance.
Yeah.
I hate crowded places. I hate loud noise. So I like to be at home. I like to be at home either with my family or with friends, not in restaurants or pubs or something like that.
But that's during young age that would have appealed, going to pubs and going to clubs and discos and, being very parties at weekend. It never attracted you.
Firstly, no smoking, no drinking.
Oh.
So those two kind of, you are a misfit in the society. So when you go to pub, I am not interested in dancing. I'm interested in talking. So you can't talk because the music is loud, light is dark. So somehow I never got into it.
Yeah.
Nature only plays one role for me, is that in today's given scenario, the way the city landscape is changing, you're breathing construction dust. So for me, living in the nature is very important for the quality of oxygen that I breathe in, because that makes you feel very energetic from inside, and probably you might live a healthier life longer than it would have been earlier.
So you experienced this aspect, saying
I moved into a community in Hyderabad near the airport, which is surrounded by trees and birds and animals. And it's an
you find a change.
I know. I mean, a lot of these guys who come, technicians, they will be in awe of where I stay. And the only thing he will say, sir, आपने अपनी उम्र में 15 साल ऐड कर लिए. मैंने कहा, why do you say that? Sir, look at the hawa here. Quality of air.
Yeah, when they come from there to your area,
and they tell me.
Yeah.
So it is so peaceful, you're at peace. Then you slowly start adjusting to a different life. So now I was telling Vijay, I mean, recently I was traveling to Stockholm and I attempted a solo trip for 4 days to a different country, and I was remembering him because I can't be alone. I need something, I need an agenda. This trip, I was alone with a backpack without an agenda. So, first couple of hours of that trip, I was very restless, didn't know what to do. But slowly I got into that group and I started enjoying it. So, that is solitude coupled with nature. And maybe, we have the luxury to do that today. If when we were working, your bosses are shouting your sales targets, you have no option, right? Yeah. Today we have the option.
And I also used to tell dramatically lot of youngsters, when they say, don't you get, you're living in a wooded place, this 310 acres, Alaknanda. So you come from Bangalore? Is it not bothering you? So I told them in a dramatic way that if you live in Paris or Bangalore or Bombay, what do? From your house, you get into air-conditioned car, you go to office. You can't be on the road. You have to go to office. If you don't go to office, you have to go to club, or you have to go to your friend's place, or you have to come back to your house or office. Only 4 choices. You can't get on to the road in Bombay, Delhi, and
roll around.
And then you are conscious that here, sadak pe kya kar, what is this guy is doing? Because you feel diffident to stand on the road aimlessly.
True.
So you can't do that. So when you go to your friend's place, the family, your friend's wife will become your servant. They have to serve you something. When you invite them to your house, your wife becomes their servant. These two will happen. Or you go to a club. As you said, no, we hated pubs, attracted so much, all that hangama. You can't even make out what your own friend is talking from the opposite. So noisy. One time it is okay, looks fun after that. So one time you have finished your pubs and malls and multiplexes, then what do you do throughout life? So that's where I started realizing that if you are in a very serene place, what matters is what you enjoy every day. What you have to enjoy once in a week, you can always do that by traveling to various countries and various metros and all that. So I think I'm happy that, this gives, kind of the way you said life. People like me who moved from Bangalore and then wondering, did I do a right move by moving here from a glamour city to kind of thing. But now I feel
That was right.
very serene, and as you said, probably my age would have gone up by 25 because every day you can walk and
Breathe good air.
Yeah, and a lot of people when they come outside, then we realize the value. Somebody from Delhi came, they said, "Acha, ye aasman kitna acha dikh raha hai." Aisa ho gaya hai. They're saying,
I know.
they have never seen the sky, blue sky. I am not able to relate, but they say a lot of pollution. In winter, it becomes like a black.
Smart.
And here you are able to see sky, kitna acha hai sky and all that. So even sky is a pleasure.
It's a luxury today
For them.
Seriously.
Stars, other day somebody from Singapore, one family came who bought a plot with me. They came and their children, mommy, that stars, no, see beautiful and all that. They are not able to relate. There's so many stars and open sky and all. So in cities, you have skyscrapers, so you hardly see, and you don't see full moon. True. So these are all the wonders even we started enjoying. So same feeling with you. I think you're a nature person, I said.
Yes. So if you recollect, this was love at first sight, right? First time when I came here.
To Alaknanda riverfront. I know he came and told me, then that's how I got initiated. Then we all met you.
First, I think in a backpack, I think if I remember, you, I think came to visit temple nearby.
We came to see the fort. Mutyala Fort.
Mutyala Fort, because you always go to some remote place here.
Yes. So I want to introduce my daughter and Sneha to the history of the place. And I'd heard my grandfather talk about Jagaipeta many times. I didn't know where it was, what it was significant for, but that kept ringing in my head. And every time I would drive from Vijayawada to Hyderabad, I would see the board for Jagaipeta and then just pass by, just with my grandfather's voice in the head. Of course, I know a lot about history also. So I know there was a fort here, but I had never visited it. So I said, okay, let me use that opportunity to show her the fort. I had also kept hearing of Alaknanda, but somehow geographically, I'd never placed it in this region. Yeah. So while driving back, I saw the board at the gate. And I was like, oh, maybe they just put this board here as an advertisement. But why would they put the board here in the middle of nowhere, right? It has to be on a main road. And then, and then after entering in, it was not even as developed as it is now. But I think that vision was clear, and it was like love at first sight. That meeting of two rivers, that itself is very unique. Where would you find
very rare.
properties where?
And also on a high.
Yeah, but I never knew this kind of emotional angle. I thought you just came to see something
No,
temporary
it's an accident, right?
accident.
And he came and told me, then I got
He
interested. So
Yes.
he was interested for his own consumption because it's middle of Hyderabad and Vijayawada.
Yeah,
For me, it's pure investment play.
yeah.
And since we are talking about it, I mean, let me tell you that both of us and other friends of ours, we are extremely happy that we invested here. Now, the happiness is not because the rivers are there or the tabletop is 40 feet high. The real investment happened in your passion.
Absolutely.
If I
Undeniably.
had not found that in you, in your body language, in your gestures or mannerism, I wouldn't have given that money.
Yeah, in fact, when I met you,
Yeah.
I was wondering why would such a big man, a media company would will invest here is what I was also wondering, So
So I actually invested in your passion.
Yeah,
If
okay.
that was not the case, I wouldn't have given. And having said that, I mean, morning when we just drove down from Hyderabad and we just met you at breakfast, and you were talking to somebody, and you said, I was talking to them about you, that this man trapped me. So I just want to understand the history behind it. So maybe I'll be very clear, and maybe I can tell you why, and probably you will have a closure.
Yeah.
Because meeku adi undipotadi.
Yeah.
Maybe I was trapped. I said, so I'll help you close that. Mana closure chala important life lo. Oka question ki answer dorkakpote,
Yeah.
we will be like very, very restless.
Yeah.
So let's have that discussion.
Just to tell a humorous way,
Huh.
yes, sir, he is from vice president from Reddy Labs.
Okay.
That guy is a North Indian and they invested. He say 20% in this complex. I am happy that non-Telugu. So it's
Yeah.
since I visualized as all India, the best of India.
So I'm also part of that 20 because while my surname is Reddy, but my DNA is completely Haryana, Jat, Punjab, because daddy was in the army. So I've been brought up by them in the north of India.
Okay. Yeah. So Taran saying, I said was one Sanjay and all. I call them as my guests because I have this AVR Talks. So they almost an year it has taken for me to catch both of them to come together.
Seriously.
So somehow they are coming for a half a day. I will not be able to spend time with you. So first time he said, Acha, they are plot owners. I said, that is not important because they will, my talks, my channel, I wanted a good profile, achievers of the society where we interact, which could be a benefit to my audience is what my focus. So when he comes, I said, so-and-so Vijay actually saw. Then he went and told. Next day, I got a call from my son Jashank saying that there is one Mr. Sanjay. He's saying that, okay, however, Talaknanda. I asked him, how do you know? I also don't know. He called me, but he simply was some big man the way he's speaking. I said, okay, ask them, chairman is chairman is coming. So he also said, Dad. So he went and told chairman. He said, yeah, if he thinks I am not a crazy man, what about 9:30 tonight? I am ready to come to your office, is what you told.
Yeah.
So my son got confused saying that he says 9:30, are you okay? He may think chairman is desperate to meet him. I said, leave alone, boss. He is also big man. He's not somebody on the road. So I want to meet because why 9:30 in my office?
Yeah.
So when he came, you said, yeah, it looks to be an interesting project. So I think we might be interested. Then when I asked you, he said, yeah, one of my friend told it's very good. So how about fixing? It is first time in my life an experience like that. Then he said, okay, can any discount if 4 people buy? I said some X amounts. I said 300. He said, okay, what is 300? Round out to 500. I said, okay, 4 lots and smart man. And he went outside the room. In 2 minutes, he came with a slip saying that plot number so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. I said, who are all these people? They're all my friends, Then he gave checks, take the checks and tomorrow send somebody to pick up another check to my office, to his house. Then I asked him, can you let me know at least now, how did you come to know and who is the guy who told? You see, one of these out of these 4, one guy, he came to your gate, he met you, and now I am telling, oh my God, you are so smart that after negotiating and closing, now you are revealing.
But where was the trap? Even if I told it was him,
No,
would have done the same thing that I
Not
spoke.
trapped in the sense from that sense, So this man has told
Without revealing who it was.
he's the first one who is so smart that he has beaten me and say.
But I've given you a check, right? The proof of the pudding is I'm giving you money, I'm buying it.
And what I actually liked is this sweet trap we call, after saying, he's saying, this is what it is,
Honey trap.
Yeah. No, the trap is 4 plots instead of 300, round off to 500, which is okay. I would have actually given more.
No, I thought you were wondering maybe I gave it very cheap to them. And I was telling somebody, I mean, when I used to be in sales,
Yeah.
so if we had X inventory, so the first 20% we sell at a loss.
Yeah.
Because we need to block one competitor. Let's say between Pepsi and Coke, I would give Coke to lesser rate and I'm blocking that category. Next 20, I will do at break even. So I have enough inventory that I've sold. Now I'm confident, right? Now the next 60 is when I start making money. So I came to you probably somewhere at the 18th percent of the first 20.
Yeah.
Although before that you started at much lower, but that was very early days and you were
You're
still
right.
acquiring and stuff.
Yeah.
I came at that time where you needed the money.
Correct.
For me, I looked like an opportunity. So it was a handshake for win-win for both.
And that's why I said, first time I met a very good, more capable than me, kind of thing.
You should give me more discount now. You're telling me you can still give us more discount.
No, from my point of view, I knew that this was not a conversation I was ready to have because my love for the place would override it. And I know the right person to have that conversation. So I just went and told
He's not a
Sanjay,
business,man, so
We won't negotiate with
he would not have even asked for 300.
He won't ask.
He will look stupid to ask 300. He would have taken at the cost price.
Yeah, but I won't let him come now because I know him.
so I just said, no, my role was to go and tell Sanjay that there is this place,
Awesome place.
Awesome
We should
place.
invest.
And then, of course, I'd met with you that day. And
Yeah, and
the way you introduced the property today, there is not even a little bit of depreciation in that passion
Yeah.
compared to that day, which was 2 years ago.
2 years ago to now.
Just more and more detail. So, yeah, I think that.
And although you're a plot owner, we need not have to spend, and you also don't have to listen. But I was talking and you're listening both ways. I was happy. See, engaging clients and engaging
Because see, for me especially, I like to listen to what's happening is because a lot of people depend on me for investments.
Yeah.
They ask me what to do next. And I will never suggest something which I do not believe in. And if I believe in, I must have data. So that data points are very important. I don't want to call you, अरे आपने बोला था वो radial ring कितने किलोमीटर का है? No, all that I have to capture.
Yeah.
I give them what I tell them is fact. After that, if they want to buy, I'll call you, my friends, please give them a preferred rate. That's how I operate. Simple.
And kind of, I'm very happy, because generally, why would people of the profile come and, on their own coming and asking? Was a very good feel for me, actually. One question related, very easy for you to probably say. Does success make you feel lonely or it doesn't?
No, like success is probably the first railway station that I have to get off. No? Then I have to get onto a new train for new success. So it's a continuous process. There's no success in life. It's a path. It's your journey is what you're enjoying.
Right.
Nobody knows what is our destination.
Yeah. Fact that after at this level also you feel you are just starting. It indicates the sentiment, what you're saying. Yeah.
My kids have to feel this man at this age is still doing something. What are we doing?
Okay.
They have to feel that, right? Yeah. Technically, I should be retiring. My father retired at 52. I'm 57 and a half. Still, I'm
Working.
Running like a mad dog on the road.
Yeah. So, Chaudhary, I'm very much inspired by the kind of energy and passion that you bring to the project. Every single conversation that you have. And even if you have this conversation with the same person over and over again, you're always about the detail. You're always about showing every detail of the work that you do, right? One is, where do you get that
Energy.
Where do you draw it from?
Yeah.
That is question one. And the second is, if you can take a few minutes to help us visualize what this place is going to look like maybe 10 years from now.
Okay.
I think the second one will be very easy for you.
Very easy, and also I'm very happy that you asked, because every day when I walk, both are interlinked. I'll address the first one. You asked about the energy, kind of enthusiasm, because I remember these few words till my life. I started as a real estate consultant actually. Like you heard about JLL, Kushner.
Yes.
I'm a Desi version of JLL.
Yes.
It branches across India and conducted around 700 seminars across the world, free seminar investor. If I claim for a Guinness Book of World Record, I mean, very humorously, I'm
You
telling.
might get it.
I might get it, but I never, because 700 seminars paid by me and I have not registered, I have not charged anything. And I have never taken obligation from the participants. So this is designed a program called 12 mistakes done by NRIs while investing in India or even Indians while investing in Indian real estate. So 700 seminars, used to be like that. Plus, in the same seminar material, in the throughout the day on one-on-ones, there are times where 10 to 11 people I used to meet. Say you meet. Now Sanjay comes.
Again.
Then Arun comes. It same sequence, same thing. Suppose you wondered today that I interacted and so much I spoke. After 1 hour, somebody else comes, another plot owner. I'll be doing the same thing. There, nothing will change. Same master plan. What are the developments? Taking them around and showing the houses and explaining what was earlier, what is now, what's going to happen. Linking all three. So that and there are times where people, when I was speaking in convocations or in the seminar, I had to speak for 1 hour non-stop without taking water on a PowerPoint presentation. So there are media like Mana TV, TV5 and all in New York. When they came and set up their, they were curious about who is this guy doing. First thing they complimented, media lo unnaru. What he complimented is our news readers, they take one glass of water after a 20 minutes of non-stop discourse. But how do you manage 1 hour you're speaking, not taking a water, you started at this level and your voice remained at the same level, energy at same level. Somebody might be in the morning seminar, lunch seminar. Somebody, same guy brought guests in the night seminar, evening. They say the way you are there, same level of enthusiasm, same level of energy, same level of explanation is what I think. That's what probably it attracted you. This quality is. This is my guess. I don't know. I've been disciplined in life this way, where every day morning I'll get up at 5:36, wherever in the world. Let it be anywhere, and I'll be only sleeping to get up when I'll get up to go out for my jogging, 45 minutes brisk or jogging. Thereafter, I do my 45 minutes own body weight exercise. I don't go to gym because it'll become very bulky and stamina. So 1.5 hour, come what may, anything let it be, I will not compromise. So then thereafter, probably eating a very balanced food. You talk about nuts and fruits and a platter of maybe 10 to 11 varieties will be there in the breakfast. Wherever I am, I will ensure that I'm eating properly, and then start dreaming about what I got to say. Always, keep dreaming about what I'm doing. And I visualize in my mind, whatever I want to do, its picture is clear in my mind. And I know that it's going to happen. So maybe these are the kind of traces. So half of my success, if you ask me, is just by getting up in the morning and doing that fitness.
Yes.
That will actually take control of your body, and your mind will become very sharp. Your entire body gets pumped. My physician told, they do that body checkup, he says, sir, your biological age is X, but your physical inside bone formation, muscle formation is 20 years younger.
Oh.
So don't ask me what's my biological age. I can't tell. He said 20 years less.
Okay.
So maybe, so that energy may be coming because inside is younger than what is outside. And second, he said what this place is going to look like after 10 years.
Yeah.
We just
got to be your favorite
question. Yeah. See, first when we designed this, when I came from Bangalore, I took this after studying the master plan of divided Telangana Andhra.
Okay.
We exactly visualized where the future growth corridors are going to be. So Alaknanda fitted in that center of both Telugu states.
Yeah.
And in the hottest growth corridor, what I could visualize. When I selected, people said, mad fellow, neither Amaravati nor Hyderabad, from Bangalore like a fool is coming and doing. But I always believe that you can't teach vision to people. You can only have vision,
And
but you can't teach. You can't show them the vision. So I said, okay, the day will come. So I believed in what I was doing, that master plan, and things are around that master plan are slowly happening to an extent. We thought first Alaknanda is the best of Andhra, because I am an Andhra from Vijayawada boy. Then I thought, okay, divided Telugu state, so it is supposed to be Telugu, so best of Telangana, Andhra. Then I am from Bangalore, we build it as a best of South India, because in Bangalore I know what is happening, Telangana I know, Andhra I know, Chennai we have a branch, so Kerala, Cochin I have a branch. I exactly know what is happening everywhere. So I am qualified to say, if I am saying I am the best, nobody else will be able to contest, because I know the market. Similarly, I have branches in Calcutta, Pune, Gurgaon suburbs, all that. So we understand the market. So after studying the market, and we could get a vision that this is going to be the best in India, is what vision. And that actually made me shift from Bangalore with bag and baggage. I have lock, stock, barrel, I have shifted, burned my bridges with Bangalore, shifted into the project, which is what stunned my whole social world in Bangalore. They are not able to believe that how can ఇప్పుడు మా డాటర్లా ఉంది, షీఈ్ పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ ఇన్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఫ్రమ్ మెల్బోర్న్. So when I had to put her and my younger son into the campus because of the talent, because I was in Bangalore that time. So I used to joke, somebody will dream to go from Mutyala, this is the village, to Melbourne, but you seem to have done opposite, from Melbourne to Mutyala. I used to tease. So this poor girl, young girl, used to say, oh, you only put me here and all that. So, but so from Bangalore, all the way to Mutyala. So I was also not sure when I came here how it is going to, but when I go to Bangalore now, when I go to Hyderabad, I am a Bangalore club member, Golf club member, I am with the cream of society, but I can't stay. I mean, after 2 days, I feel suffocated. In the vehicle, sometimes when you are traveling, when you are stuck in 1.5 hour, you feel like crying actually, literally crying. Here, you get out of my, see, what is my work here and all, maybe me radigar Sanjay, enti health meedi, have your age, further become more ang. See here, what is my life, I brought work to my home. So I get up, go for a walk. In the walk, I am doing my inspections. I am already planning. By 8:30, when employees come, their skin is out, because each department wise, horticulture, horticulture, engineering, planning, everybody gets a photos and WhatsApp messages. By 8:30, my inspection is done. So I have done 2 in 1. Like I have enjoyed. And when I come back, I have the best of my 50 varieties of fruits and vegetables we are growing. Whatever you need in your life in India is available here. So in my breakfast, I am getting the fruits and water plucked that day. And I am eating a lunch with the vegetables what are harvested that day.
Yeah.
Impossible. I am a foodie. Foodie, my wife is not, she is not a foodie. మేము తినాలని కోరుకుంటుంది, చిక్కుడుకాయలు వింటర్లో వస్తాయి, మనం సంచేసుకుని బజార్లో వెళ్ళాలి కదా. నౌ యాజ్ ఏ CEO ఆర్ వన్ బిగ్ మ్యాన్, యూ వోంట్ టేక్ ఏ బ్యాగ్ అండ్ గో టు గల్లీ ఎక్కడో కూరగాయలు మా రైతు బజార్కి వెళ్ళలేరు కదా. యూ డోంట్ ఫీల్, బికాజ్ యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టైం. యూ ఫీల్ లైక్ ఈటింగ్, బట్ యూఆర్ నాట్ గెటింగ్. మ్యాంగో, అన్నీ మీరు ఫ్రూట్స్ అన్నీ రోడ్డు మీద చూస్తారు, తినాలని ఉంటుంది, మీరు దిగాలి కదా, దిగి కొనాలి కదా. మీ సర్వెంట్ని పంపిస్తే పనికిరాని కొంటాడు. ఇక్కడ అట్లా కాదు కదా. The best one, the harvested, all the fantasy of life are
Food is awesome.
And when somebody wanted to, what is my business? Selling plots and constructing villas. Customer is coming to me, the client is coming to me. So I brought business to my doorstep is my luck.
Plus, you're selling healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, healthy lifestyle. And other day we got the AQA, when I
Measured.
did this thing, we have installed a
AQA.
certified equipment.
Huh.
And we got the pollution control expert.
Okay.
See, because as a promoter, if I say, people think, I'm selling, but I don't want that. I wanted them to check, and now we are planning to link it to our website.
Yeah, do that. It'll start changing there.
Yeah. So to give authenticity, that I am not saying, you can check. These are the few things. But to answer your this thing, next 10 years, I expect that since there is no property like this, my landscapers and all are from Bangalore. They are building a dream in me, saying, sir, let's look at Pan Asia. Now, all India best, you already figured out. Let's think Pan Asia. So that's why all our furniture we are getting from Bali, entire my 20-acre clubhouse, all outdoor teak wood furniture, very stylish. I went 5 times to Bali to select personally. I went to the factories. I selected each and లాన్లో ఉండాలంటే ఏది, బార్లో ఉండాలంటే ఏది, క్లబ్ హౌస్లో ఉండాలంటే ఏది, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ పిక్డ్ అప్. ఏ హైట్లో ఉండాలి, ఎట్లాంటి షేప్స్ ఉండాలని టోటల్, including swimming pool tiles, I have made a selection myself. So to that extent, when it is there, I expect what is happening now, seeing my house. I am living in a house which is 2 plots house, 3 plots lawn. Now I am seeing a pattern. Clients are picking up 2 plots or 1 plot for lawn, 1 plot for villa. So it's bringing a lifestyle which I am seeing, 2 crore homes, 3 crore homes, 1 million homes. There is one analyst whose home, 4 plots and 1 home is almost 1 million, maybe US language law. So I feel so happy from a ordinary layout, which is 300 acre, where people thought I'm a madman, neither Amravati nor Hyderabad. To an extent, they say you're a lucky man. How did you get this? And now people say, when we say it is ఇంతవరకు ఇట్లాంటిది మీరు చూసి ఉండలేదు కదా ఆంధ్రాలో అంటే, ఆంధ్రాలో ఏంటి సార్ ఇండియాలో లేదు, కస్టమర్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ టెల్లింగ్. మీకు అంటే మీరు యూఆర్ ఆల్ బోత్ ఆర్ అచీవర్స్. వాట్ అంటే వెరీ చైల్డిష్ క్వశ్చన్ నేను అడగకూడదు. బట్ వాట్స్ యువర్ ఫీల్? ఐ మీన్ యు హావ్ సీన్ సో మెనీ టైమ్స్. డూ యూ గెట్ దట్ ఫీల్? ఐ మీన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐఎమ్ సెయింగ్, డూ యూ థింక్ వీఆర్ ఎట్ దట్ లెవెల్ ఆర్ వీ నీడ్ టు వర్క్ more to
అంటే the uniqueness is the confluence of two rivers, which is a rarity in India. It's very difficult. I think there is a place like that in Nasik, but of course that has got no match to this.
Okay.
And you're strategically located between the two states at the border. Connectivity is happening.
Amaravati is going to be 45 minutes.
So you have all the base set. With your passion, your vision, I think you can turn this around to a...
The way I'm dreaming it will happen.
Yeah, it's already, I mean, I'm coming after 1.5 years. I can see a lot of development already happened. So I'm following you and have confidence on your passion. No, I'm not joking. Very seriously, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm following your passion. That's why I'm feeling comfortable that my money is safe and it will grow with you.
Okay.
Very simple.
Thanks.
Otherwise, I would tell someone, Nada Meshian Cheptan, but I have never even talked about.
So now that so many houses, I am sure you will try to consider putting your, once in a while, we can see you if you put up a weekend home.
No, so I'll come and stay in your house. No?
Huh? Yeah. That facility is there.
I will come.
Yeah. The 2 river confluence, I am actually making 2 rooms, keeping in mind high-end clients like you and a terrace pool and all that.
I'll
It's
be
a fussy zone.
Awesome.
But also then none, you can even hire the villas which you are doing.
That's what.
People are constructing villas.
I will hire that.
And you can stay, and we are doing a revenue share with the investor. They are happy. They are getting more than a rental income.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay garu, and thank you, Vijay, for actually sparing. I know both of you have to get back to Hyderabad, so we exceeded the time what you have given. But with that liberty, I have one request for both of you, because because you have been busy, so busy that you are not coming the way I thought you'll keep coming. So at least from now onwards, start because I never knew that this property is so much in your heart, which I could make out today. And the excitement what you have, which I never realized that you have so much. So that is making me tempted to ask you, why don't you start visiting along with friends, bring friends, and then I'll make it excellent as a host for you, and recommend to your people. If possible, if there is a way, I would be very happy if you all consider constructing, because I have a selfish angle, because I am settling here for life.
Yes.
So I also need people who are of some good level and bigger achievers than me to to rub shoulders, and that way. So I can only say that our in a friendly demand is that keep coming, and along with friends. And also there is another way you can do any celebration you want to. Let's say your company, you want to you have a listed company, you wanted to have a review or a core team. We have it,
or a team's day out.
Teams day. You have 20 rooms for hiring. So you don't have to feel obligated. That a lot of people, what I observed is they hesitate to ask, how can I ask him for a stay? How can I ask him for a food and all that? Our food is so excellent that అత్తారింటికి వెళ్ళినట్టు ఉందని చెప్తారు చాలా మంది. యాక్చువల్గా మన లాంగ్వేజ్ చెప్పాలంటే, you have fresh fish here, you have you name anything is there. So my recommendation is you do your brainstorming sessions, and particularly if you can plan before and during full moon, it will be memory in life. If that day you will feel 1,000 crore is, I don't care about 1,000, 2,000. I just need that one night is the feeling you get. I get that feeling when I am there in the... So next time, I think please come during a full moon day.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.